Hi, Seawolf here. Today I'm just doing a short video to show off one of the normal region nodes that I've just finished development on. So a good example to show this on is the Blackout contract type. The solo and duels don't have normal regions on them. So if I select the Lowlands story map that I made Blackout on and boot it up and I'll show you. So I was struggling to find a way to show a region off clearly with it not getting in the way of the modder. And so I ultimately just decided to go with a hexagon outline because all normal regions are hexagons in Battletech. I had to hunt down a shader I could use, and looking through the source code I found actually the computer screen shader worked pretty well. So I managed to set the right properties on that to give it a kind of a bit more of a nice glow. So currently I'm using a gold colour. You can see the outline. This is one of the first points, the regions you go to, and you can see the other one over there in the distance. If you select the region, the dialog, if you select the region, you still get the tools you can use, and you can actually move this around. It gets the kind of magenta outline, like if you selected a mech like that. I'm considering maybe having a special outline for regions to make it look a bit nicer, but for now this is fine. And so you can, you can place down your region how you want it and move it around, and you can see it matches the terrain as well. So it gives you an exact representation of where the region is kind of laying in the sense of the map. You see it go all the way up on top of the mountain. Yeah, so that's regions. I think it looks pretty nice, and I'm pretty excited to show that off. Also in the distance there you can see the red mark is actually the boundary, the map, the encounter boundary. So if I go all the way out, so what I've taken is effectively a cube, and I've cut the top and the bottom out of it. Take the faces of the 3D model off, and when that's in as the boundary, you can have a good clear view of where the no-go zone is. Anything beyond the red boundary is outside of the encounter. You can also move that around like this to get the highlight of the whole boundary, and you can move that around however you wish. And you can make it larger or smaller. So if I make that tiny playable area, if I go over that, and you can see I just pressed F on the keyboard as a shortcut to zoom into where the target is. You can see this little box there. Yeah, put it back to the big zone. So yeah, there we have it. That's your regions. I'm also playing with allowing the user to, so the user can set the colors in the configuration of the designer for the regions, but currently it's just one color. I was thinking of allowing the modder to be able to specify their own color, mainly for the reason where if you have, sometimes in some contract types you might have multiple regions stacked on top of each other, maybe like a wider region for, I don't know, one piece of bit logic and a smaller regions inside that. It'd be quite nice to be able to color code them. So might have gold as just the default one, and have another option here on the right inspector to allow the user to change the color there. So there you go, here's an example of me making the region smaller. I'll put it back to the size it was, and yeah, you can make those as large as you want, really. I don't think there's no real limit for it. So okay, there you go, hope you found that interesting. Thanks a lot.